All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, how life been treating you, fam?
Uh, I hope it gets better. It hasn't been too good, but I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse, but I'm still here. It's all everything popping. It's good. Yeah, let's get into this talk, CB.
Yeah, it's pretty, lost from words, how to start this. But before we even go farther, just want to welcome the Who That Nation in the chat. Shout out to Jerry picking the flick it. Shout out to all you guys. Gundam said, I'm not hearing anything. Jerry said, I do. Gundam, it must be on your end, fam. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Everybody in the chat, please let us know if y'all can hear us. Help us
Right.
out.
But yeah, kind of just kind of lost for words, how to really start this off. But basically,
Oh God, I think we lost CB. CB, are you there?
that was definitely a shocker.
CB, you might have to start all over, man. We lost you for a moment.
Oh, okay. Who That Nation, as you guys know, we got some shocking news from left field the other day about our head coach Sean Payton. He's finally, I'm not gonna say finally, but he decided to retire from coaching. Like I said, I don't know the specific reasons. We will get into all of that, but basically, just seeing that I was at work and I just decided to get on YouTube, logged in under my account, and I seen, the New Orleans Saints Sean Payton retire. So that's how I found out. But yeah, definitely a shocker. We'll get into it in a few minutes, but yeah, just kind of lost some words. Definitely wasn't expecting that. But how the show gonna go tonight? We're gonna give our you know give our thoughts. As far as our history of being a Saints fan while Sean Payton was the head coach. Have our history there with Sean, and then we're getting Pacific. To maybe why he retired, how the state of the Saints looking. I'm pretty sure you guys in the comments gonna have some, interesting comments and takes. And we will probably open the phone line up. We see how the time looking. But one more thing, I just ask all, just respect, our opinions. We know this is a podcast. We all have our own opinions and takes. Whether you agree or disagree, man, we all Saints fans at the end of the day. And to keep it hot, we really don't know the real reason or why Coach Payton retired. We don't know exactly what he's going to do yet until it actually happened or he say something out of his mouth. So I'm talking about far as his future. So but yeah, we get into that. But yeah, I guess I can start off. Man, I was 2006. I was in the 2006. I was a freshman in high school. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. No, I was in the eighth grade. My fault. I was in the eighth grade. I was a Saints fan prior to Sean getting on board. But yeah, once Sean Payton got on board, man, my experience being a Saints fan was just crazy. I seen the turnaround from when Jim Haslett was the coach. Jim Moore was the coach, but from next year from Jim Haslett, being fired, we was 3-13. To the team just doing a dramatic 360. Man, my time as a Saints fan, you know, from '06 until now, man, that was sky's the limit. This guy definitely changed, the expectations of the team. But yeah, man, them was definitely the best 16 years of my fandom, my Saints fandom. I went to multiple Saints games. After I'm gonna be honest, my first Saints game, I've been to New Orleans. I was going to Saints games when I was, but as far as like as a teenager, it was the '06 season. That's really when I would start going year after year. But what he done for the team, man, he just turned the whole franchise around. And my experience as a Saints fan was dramatic. You know, in a great way. Expectations, my outlook on the Saints was definitely sky's the limit. We was, contenders. Really, I would say, really though, his whole time we was kind of contenders in some way. He got it kicked, started in '06, going 10-6. NFC Championship. I know '07 and '08. We went 7-9, but you know, you're not '07 and '08 away, man. We basically been in contention the whole time. But yeah, just a long story short, man. I just want to personally thank Sean Payton for his contributions to New Orleans. I'm not a New Orleans native, but I've seen the after effect of Hurricane Katrina, and I've seen where the city played a huge part in that. Outside of football, and far as his impact on the New Orleans Saints, in my life was crazy as well. As for the city of New Orleans, he had a tremendous impact on that. But yeah, I just want to personally thank Sean Payton, for the contributions he made. Um, we know all the good he bad. I mean, and no coach is perfect. I know, especially like this past season, we was kind of questioning him, the receivers, and stuff like that. But
Still
as
question.
yeah, but as a whole, his 16 years, this was basically his first season that he really didn't have no production like that offensively, and there was things that went into that. Quarterback situation played a part in that as well. But yeah, I mean, offensive guru, he definitely had a great impact in my life as a Saints fan. So I'll just keep it at that. Shout out to Sean Payton. Thank you. Um, news just came from left field, but WD, you got your thoughts, history, you know.
Oh man, all I gotta see is, man, look, before Katrina, of course, I was born living in New Orleans. Of course, I evacuated from Katrina, but I can tell you before that, I wasn't even into sports. But just uh, living on the countryside town, and my cousins, they pretty much got me into liking football. So basically, that's when I started watching the Saints, which was ironically around 2006. Uh, and one of the, I mean, think about it, man. You know how young I am. I'm in what, freaking fifth grade, sixth grade, probably fifth grade. So I mean, like, it's kind of a blur. But one of the first games I do remember is getting our ass kicked by the Chicago Bears. But that's just in the snow. Well, yeah, in the cold. But I mean, for the most part, man, you can see I'm a spoiled Saints fan. All I know is Sean Payton. Yeah, man, I gotta say shout out to Sean Payton, man. He did what no other coach could do. He was obviously our best. He was obviously the Saints' best head coach. This is gonna be hard to replace. We can talk about getting this guy, getting that guy. It's gonna be hard to replace Sean. It's not just about. It's not even just about him winning, man. As far as like the culture, him embracing the culture along with Drew Brees, he brought Drew Brees into New Orleans, and it just went up from there, man. And yeah, that's really I can't even express the amount of words that I can say of the things Sean Payton has done for the Saints, man. But yeah, man, all I really could say is farewell, Sean Payton.
Right. So shout out to Coach Payton. We'll say this. Yeah, far as the expectations of the Saints, like both of us have said, during his tenure, moving forward, it's kind of unknown what we're going to expect. So and this will kind of show, in a way who was, who is real diehard fans now. By saying that, the excitement level may not be as much, because we don't know which way it's gonna go. It could go left, we could go into rebuild, or we could still be somewhat of contenders, or maybe more. I don't know, the direction of the ball club. None of us know, at this moment. But you know, I'll just say, man, if you are or became a Saints fan, if you were or became a Saints fan, um, during the Peyton era or before, whenever you was, just continue to stay loyal to the team. Um, they was able to go out and find Sean Payton. So, I got trust in Mickey. Mickey the one, brought him on board. So I got trust in Mickey Loomis that he's gonna do the same thing. I'm just hoping and praying that he can find another gem, another diamond in the rough. But okay, far as with Sean Payton, what do you think? Do what comes to mind as some possible reasons that he left the squad?
All right,
Well,
so
I'm not. Well, I'll just say retired. I ain't gonna say he left the squad. I'll just say retired.
okay, so this is where the podcast is going to get a little spicy. First thing I will say is, uh, I feel like it hasn't really like hit me that he retired because I'm still like, let's keep it real. Nobody, there was some hints. Yeah, there was reports that he's not really committed to being a coach of the Saints in 2022.
Hmm.
But I mean, we hear about it every year where Sean, he might be headed to the Dallas Cowboys, the coach.
Yeah.
All this other stuff, man. We hear about it every year, and I mean, most of us is going to think, hey, this year, what's different? I mean, it's just a report. It's just people, just spitting words, not really hitting at anything. But the clues, I feel like the past week the clues started becoming more, obvious, and you're like, huh, okay, this is kind of different. Like something is up. And then bam, while we all working and other stuff, man, it's like, damn, there it is. Like, bam, this man just really retired. Um, CB, I have so many mixed emotions, and honestly, I really gotta be careful tonight because I do feel a type of way. I do feel a type of way, but we gonna get into that. But as far as reasons, there's so many reasons that I'm thinking about. I'm like, why now? Because I'm thinking I mean, even not missing the playoffs, we go 9-8. We got a good roster, man. We got a great defense. Still got some offensive pieces in Elvin Kamara, Mike Thomas. Yeah, bro. I feel like the foundation is still there to be a winning team, and I'm like, why is this man all of a sudden retired? And I mean, I can't. I don't have the conclusive answer. I mean, we don't know, but I can take some guesses. My first guess is maybe Sean Payton was sick of the NFL. Maybe he was tired of Roger Goodell playing around with the Saints. Maybe thinking about that Miami Dolphins game where
Hmm.
you know they should have postponed in that game. Uh, yeah, and I mean, look, we can sit up here and say, okay, well, if Saints won that game, this one game, we wouldn't have to rely on that game to try to get in the playoffs. But I mean, hey, look, when it's all said and done, it's crunch time. We trying to beat the Miami Dolphins. We got a bunch of players on the COVID list. They don't postpone our games. Why they postponing games for other teams and not postponing games for us? Um, Look, I'm just saying, man, that could have been the last straw. He probably just got tired of it. But when you look back at everything, just just uh just think about it, man. Sean Payton, he even quit the what you call it, the competitive or competition committee.
Yeah, that competition committee.
Yeah, he quit that. So it's like you start looking at clues like that, and you're like, maybe this man is sick of the NFL. Of course, we know about the no call, all this other stuff. I hate to bring it up, but it's just the reality of the situation. Like fans from of other teams, they wouldn't have any idea how this feel. Where it feel like we're just dearly being mistreated by the league. And I mean, that's what Sean Payton probably was sick of. Maybe he was sick of the NFL shit. Maybe he was sick of Roger Goodell shit. So that's how I look at it. That's just one reason though. Um, if anything, I will hope that is the reason. I hope that is the reason. I mean, second, I mean, I don't, of course, I don't know Sean Payton, but I would hope if anything, maybe he's trying to get his mental health in order. That's important. Then maybe it's a
Right.
mixture. Maybe it's a mixture. Man gotta live,
Mhm.
right? So I mean, I look at those things. I'm trying to keep an open mind and think like, hey, man, look, he's been here for years, man. What, over a decade? So I mean,
Yeah.
hey, uh, those are the reasons that I would hope. I'm just hoping like, hey, if he says that, I'm like, okay, hey, man, I understand. I understand truly. I see why you retired. Like, let's keep it real. We all sick of the NFL shit. Um, the way this team, like, man, the way this team has been, fighting adversity and everything, all the challenges that's being thrown their way, man. They've been staying resilient, even the bounty scandal. We going 7-9. It's not like we're losing, having double digit losses in the season. We still holding our heads high. So I'm just thinking of everything that this team been through. Like, maybe it just took a toll on Sean Payton, and maybe he said, "Man, look, I gotta rest. I gotta at least, you know, I say rest. He's still here on the planet, man. But no, I'm just saying, like, as far as him stepping away, maybe it just felt like he was tired. I maybe it felt like it was time. That's what I mean.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like you said, man, all the BS that's done happen, throughout the years, and especially, Drew's last few years. I mean, that no call, you go out like that, and then well, really just going into this 2021 season. You starting the season off, you in Dallas. Um, yeah, you starting the season off in Dallas. You gotta go to Jacksonville week one. Um, so you away from the dome, then you come back home, and then you gotta deal with a few weeks later. Jameis getting hurt, so now you gotta deal with the mental stress of with the hurricane, being away. That takes a mental toll on you. With that your family. Then you get back a few weeks later, your quarterback gets hurt. But really, through all of that, the offense, Sean, he's an offensive guru. I mean, that's been his, cup of tea. And to keep it hot, he was really he was making things shape with, I'm not gonna say mediocre receivers, but he was good at getting some mid to low round draft picks, and they come in and eat. Now it could be argued that Drew played a part in that as well. Drew was getting the ball right there in their hands, but either way, Sean thrived on that. He didn't have to have the best receiver in the game. Marcus Colston was not. I mean, he was a Pro Bowl receiver of mine, but he wasn't the number one best receiver in football. His whole throughout his whole tenure. So maybe once Shine started to see that, the mojo was kind of his sauce was getting lost on that. For us these receivers, could that have played a little part? Along with the mental game. Like I just said, a hurricane. Then you get back, your offense isn't playing up to par. I don't forgot what we finished in this year. Far as total offense, but I believe it was 31st, something like that. That's historically that was his worst season. You know, offensively. But we know it was some factors that played into that. And then your starting quarterback goes out every other week. You trying to get a different quarterback ready. We had to go through when Jameis went out. We had to go through three more quarterbacks. So it could have been, more just a mental thing. He needed a break, from football. But at the end of the day, it's all gonna be a guessing game of what happened. But he didn't make a commitment, that he will sit out in 2022. I mean, he didn't straight up say that he's going to sit out in 2022. But what I hope don't happen,
Oh God, here we go.
is he end up with the Cowboys. That if that happens, then that means that Jerry done talked to him. Jerry talked to him. Once the season ends and see, hey, what would you think about coming to the Cowboys? I mean, let's just keep it hot. Far as in the NFL eyes, New Orleans is considered a small market team. We know we got the best fan base in the league. Our crowd, loyal, and all of that. But when it comes to the, just far as how the NFL see it, they view us as a one of the smaller market teams. Dallas is viewed, even though we hate Dallas. Dallas is viewed as America's team. So what may get brewing, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry. At the moment they got to, cause we don't know what may happen. And like I said, I'm not wanting this to happen. I'm just saying we really don't know what may happen. But I hope that don't take place.
I'm telling you right now, if that does happen, and like I said, y'all know y'all gonna get the honesty from me. This is where I maybe ruffle a few feathers. I don't care. This is just coming from my heart. If Sean Payton end up going to the Dallas, and I know we get some compensation for that, like what some picks and stuff. Okay, that's cool and all. But I'm telling you right now, if this man decides to go to the Cowboys, I am rooting against Sean Payton, and I hope we do find a coach where we can stick it to him and win a ring with this same roster that we got that he couldn't do. I'm just keeping it hot. That's coming from me. That's if he decides to go to Dallas. Because I mean, let's keep it real. We already know Jerry Jones. We already know he talked to him. Like let's not act like he didn't. He's been doing it probably every season. Um, really, it's not to me. It's not even just about Dallas. I feel like if he goes anywhere else in the NFL, like I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you think about it, it's not even just that. I'm just saying, Dallas was just a name that came up. I mean, far as the rumors and stuff, that he done been attached to for years now. But I'm just saying, I mean, let's just keep it. I mean, they wasn't a sorry team this year, and I mean, who knows? Who knows if Jerry might, just end up lowering them. I don't know. I mean, we just, like I said, we're just coming up with scenarios. I'm not, we're not saying, that's going to happen. I mean, hell no, I don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. But I mean, you can't leave nothing out. Did nobody in the Who That Nation expected Sean Payton to retire? I mean, we didn't expect that. We don't know what may happen. Maybe after a few months, he may want to coach again. I'm kind of leaning towards, he gonna sit out this year. I mean, because if to me, if he was going the Dallas route, believe they would go on and Dallas would go ahead and fire Mike McCarthy, at least by next week. I mean, if the Dallas route was where he was kind of putting, his heart at, but I don't know, man. We just coming up with, just possible scenarios, and not saying that that's gonna happen. Once again, I don't want that to happen, but we'll see. Maybe it's just a mental, just a little mental strain on Coach Payton. But far as Payton's accomplishments, far as his accomplishments, you really got to throw Drew's name in there with him. But yeah, off gate, he gave us promise. Went 10-6 the first year. I don't forgot his record as a whole. I think it was like 140, 144 and something. But that's the third. What's tied for third as a head coach QB win percentage. It's Belichick, Brady, then Sean and Drew, and then Ben and Tomlin. So they won a lot of games. Win percentage well over 500. But yeah, and like I said before I got started, it's just kind of loss of words. I really don't know what the issue was. I mean, we're coming off a 9-8 season. I
Mm.
mean, for us to go 9-8 with the BS we done been through this season. I mean, you would think that oh man, we getting Mike back. Um,
Oh man, look, this is why
possibly.
this, this is why it to me it kind of stings, and it's like why now? Because you look around and I look I don't think Tom Brady's gonna retire, although he's in consideration. His wife tied him getting hit. I'm just thinking about all these quarterbacks that's like, and look, no disrespect to James Winston. Like I said, if he was our quarterback, you know, then so be it. I'll ride out with him. But I'm just saying, like all these QBs, just in case if Sean truly didn't trust James, they got some of these quarterbacks that seems to be available, possibly. I'm just thinking, like, man, dog, this could be the year, man. We could like make a huge run. Like I'm talking about 2022 season. I'm just thinking like, hey, there's some possibilities here. There are so many scenarios you can play out in your head, and you're like, man, we can make a run here. You know, we got the defense. We keep the defense intact. Man, we can cause some havoc. You just get some receivers and of course some offensive lineman help. And I'm just thinking like, damn, why now? All the time. Why now? And where's the heads up? We didn't get a heads up, man. I mean, I know it's something he probably had to think about, but it's just like, damn, this was just a bomb. It was a bomb that was dropped on us, and that's why I'm just like, the timing is really where it's questionable for me, and I just can't. That's those are questions I feel like I ain't gonna ever get the answers to. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right, now if he set out this 2022 season, then I would believe it was more towards the just getting his mental right. I mean, like if I'm not mistaken, he said he's not done coaching. You know, he's not done with coaching. So if that's the case, then he could just be taking a little a mental break. I think Mike McCarthy done that. I know he had got fired. Once he got fired from Green Bay, he still took a year off just to get his mind right. There, he got back into the coaching searches and stuff.
Yeah, he
Um,
ain't all that though.
yeah, he definitely ain't. But
I had to throw that in there.
but yeah, man, you gotta think. Yeah, man, coaches go through. I mean, everybody on the job, you got to get your mental right sometime, and you know Like I said, I just hoping that's the case, or he might just be done with he might just be done with football right now. I mean, but just the fact he said he's not done coaching, if I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I misread that, but I think he said he's not done coaching, football. So
Yeah,
if that's
and if that is the case, and we talking about him coaching the league, by the way, I mean, then we can throw all that no call and all that stuff out the out the picture because evidently he still ain't tied. It's for that's all I'm saying as far as that go. But
I mean, just what other if you not done coaching, I mean, like I said, we just throwing opinions out. If he say he not done coaching, I mean, what else is interesting you? I mean, you leaving the Saints, and he said that Gail told him just to take a few months off and come back for training camp. So you got from February to July, and then come back. So I guess he didn't want to do that. So I don't know. Maybe he wants a new challenge. I mean, I don't know. Could it
mm-hmm.
be? Could it be that I don't think it could be this. His future with New Orleans. I'm not talking about as far as his job security. I'm talking about like his future with New Orleans, as far as competing and stuff. Did he kind of feel shaky about it? You know, I don't know. Did he want to just walk away from the New Orleans situation with Drew? Maybe he wanted, maybe he wanted to leave right when soon as Breeze left.
Oh man, you know where the narrative is gonna go with that. I mean, because I mean, you can look at it like this. When you say it like that, you're gonna think like, damn, is the reason why you was a top notch coach is because of Drew Brees. That's what a lot of people are gonna ask.
That's true. That's true. I mean, because we know, yeah, the QB situation was this and that, but if we would have had Breeze as quarterback, I'm talking about even the last year Breeze. I don't think we would have been that trash in the passing game. I mean, just his IQ and accuracy and stuff, we would have he would have made more shake, in the passing attack.
I mean, look, here's some more controversy for you. I don't know where this offense ranked total yards, passing. I didn't pay attention to the stats too much. All I know is we sucked ass on offense this past season. I'm just thinking, man. Look, I hate to go there, but I mean, hey, we say, hey, man, he had us winning with Taysom. He had us winning with Trevor Simeon. He had us winning with Teddy Bridgewater. While that is true, man, you look at the defense, bro. The defense been playing top tier ball, man. So we gotta start looking at the whole picture here. And I mean, when you say it like that, eyebrows will be raised. Like is Sean that coach that he was made out to be? Because I mean, when you say it like that, I don't know. Look, in some eyes, man, leaving the Saints 1 year after Drew Brees decides to call it quits, man. I mean, well, first of all, with Drew, it was overdue. That's the huge difference, okay? With Drew, it was overdue. Drew, in reality, Drew should have retired 2 years before that he did. He should have. But with Shine, this one is out of the blue almost. Uh, I'm just saying, look, you a year after all that is just really mysterious. That's just another guess right there.
Yeah. I mean, saying all this, I got my own personal opinion that I'm leaning towards. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna try to say that. I mean, if you just looking at the picture, like I said, the only way this don't play no part is if he sets out this whole 2022 season. But just far as the Saints as a whole, we finished 9-8. We finished 9-8. You know, with no what four different quarterbacks. And if you just listen to how Sean was talking, press conferences, um, and even after the Atlanta game, it was kind of like, they about to start doing the evaluations and start getting into the off season stuff. You couldn't even tell, that this was coming. You couldn't tell or nothing that this was coming. And then, it just came from left field. Now maybe he just set, and like I said, it could have been a mental thing, or it could be, that somebody done got in his ear in the NFL and done and treated them, a little bit, and saying he could have, you know, a certain amount of power, with the club. I mean, I don't know, but it's just kind of the way it went. You definitely got some optimism, or had some optimism going into next season. Not right in 2022 off, but that's just where we're at right now. I mean, far as the future of the Saints, it's unknown.
Hey, look, man, look. I got my mixed feelings and stuff. Here's a few more. Man, Shine, man, you didn't have to leave us with these damn receivers, dog. You didn't have to do that, man. And we got Caesar, who y'all drafted as a first rounder, man. I'm just saying, man, you could have, damn, bro. You ain't had to leave us like that, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. God damn it, dog.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, whatever head coach we get, they gonna address that expeditiously.
Well, I would hope so.
All
Are we in the world of trouble?
right. Um, yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it still hadn't set in yet, especially the emotions of it. And like I said, I was at work. I was busy at work, and then it just up. And then I've been kind of busy, so I really had time to really just, you know, be to myself and just really think about what in the world just happened. I mean, honestly, that time will come. But, far as moving forward, I'm really not interested in, talking about possible candidates. I mean, I guess we could, but we really don't know, which way they're gonna go. I just hope that Mickey takes his time. I know, Dennis Allen is getting. I think he to get an interview from the Bears, and they counseled that something had happened. But I'm pretty sure he gonna get some interviews. But you still don't want to rush. Don't just rush because he
Yeah,
had a good coordinator season or a few
and I
seasons.
I have something to add to that, but before I do that, I do want to go back because, initially, and really, I still kind of feel this way. Yeah, I said it already. I feel a type of way. I feel a freaking type of way about this whole thing. Um, but I'm gonna have to get over it. I mean, I'm just thinking like, damn, man, Sean, I feel like he just quit on the team, man. Like, I really did feel like that because I mean. I'm like, damn, man, this team got some ballers, man. You know, so and that's where I was at that point. As far as like, I still feel like I'm like, damn, man, because I would have thought like most of the players just didn't know about it, and it's like, damn, you just dropped a whole bar. I ain't gonna be here no more. Like, goddamn. But hey, man,
No,
I
I'm
just
pretty.
hope, huh?
Oh no, go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say, man. I mean, I seen him with the Mario. I forgot who else he told, who else he called, but I mean, just seeing all the well wishes from all the players, that was pretty cool to see. Um, but yeah, I mean, really, I feel like that's my last point. I mean, just throw out, 'Cause I'm still talking about my feelings and stuff, but we all have our own different feelings and stuff. I just wanted to, put that out there.
Right. Anna said, "Man, I had everybody at work, customers telling me because they know I'm a diehard."
Uh, uh, And I mean, like we had the all. I feel like that bomb was dropped on all of us. Like that, we was all busy and people just. You know the last time I got dropped or a bomb dropped like that, man. Except this one, like it kind of things kind of led up to this, but I remember when Jimmy Graham got traded, that one came out of nowhere, and I was doing something, and somebody told me, I'm like, wait, what? I'm just saying like that. It's those type of bombs I just can't stand, man. But yeah.
No, because with Drew, I mean, with Breeze, you could kind of get that sense. I mean, and Breeze kind of even he threw hints that he was gonna give it even like the year before he retired.
Oh, you talking about? But I mean, like I said with Drew, it's different because it was overdue. It was way
Yeah,
overdue. Like it was past his time. Like really, he was just trying to hold, with the little arm strength he had. I mean, his football IQ. That's what led this offense. His football knowledge and everything. He kept the glue together there, but at the end of the day, it was time for him to retire. Even before then.
right.
Um, I want to know, but here's where I want to go because we was talking about Dennis Allen. The thing is, I think Sean Payton I didn't look at the whole video or anything of his press conference and stuff, but I think he pointed and said Dennis Allen, he would be a good candidate to be the head coach. Now, I mean, we can we can all give our opinions on how we would feel as him being a head coach. Keep in mind, we did shut out the Buccaneers 9-0. I just want to throw that out there with Sean not being there. But I mean, I'm just thinking like, hey, if the Bears, no, not the Bears. I forgot who interviewed Dennis Allen. Oh, was it the Bears? Maybe I don't know.
The
But
Bears, yeah, the Bears.
okay, well, I'm just thinking like, let's say we were to get a new head coach. Would Dennis Allen be let's say nobody hired him as a head coach from anywhere else, would he still want to be the Saints DC? That's what I'm just thinking. Like, what do you think?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, well, it just depends who comes in, and yeah, just say if he don't get a head coaching gig, and the Saints don't give him that gig, and then you bring in another guy that may have he may want to run, he may be a defensive guru and may want to bring in somebody else at the D coordinator. I mean, I don't know. We it just all depends who they bring in, but he don't get a gig. I mean, I can pretty much see I could see the players having an impact in that. If he don't get no head coaching gig, I believe the players have an impact in him coming back.
Anna says, yeah, but who's gonna be our DC? We had the top D in the whole league. I mean, really, I would think if let's say if I guess you mean if Dennis Allen would be head coach, they would probably make Chris Richard like promote him to be the defensive coordinator. I would think. I
Right.
mean, to me, I would think to me like even if Dennis Allen is the head coach, I feel like he would still have his whole hand on the defense, regardless. That's if he was the head coach. I know he would have to do more than just that, but I still feel like he would, you know, he'll be in really control just as much as Shine as he was. He was an offensive coach, and controlling the offense. Even though Pete, with Pete, but I'm just saying like he had a hand on offense still.
And then I mean, you got to think. I mean, just say if Pete calling the plays, they whoever the head coach is, even Dennis, he might have his own offensive philosophy he want to do. Or
Oh
Pete may
boy.
have his own philosophy that he want to bring us. But Sean came, that was Sean's philosophy that Pete was calling or, helping out with.
You
You
said
know, that,
offensive. You said
yeah, that was,
offensive. But you say
yeah.
offensive. That scares me. You know when I you remember back then when I was saying, "Oh man, Sean Payton need to leave the defense alone." Yeah, I hope I don't feel like that. This time around, the exact opposite, of course. But
All right. And Pammy Wemmy said move Ryan Nielsen up to D coordinator, make Chris Rashad assistant head coach. Yeah, I think either one of those two. Um, I know Ryan Nielsen. I think he got a defensive coordinator interview last all season. So yeah, it'll be either him or Rashad if
hey,
if Dennis get the gig.
you know what? Like, we might need to stop saying these names and throwing it out there. That's one of our secret. That's our secretive weapons right there, Ryan Nielsen. So we might have to, you know. I mean, I'm saying like, look, man, Jeff Ireland, people interviewing him, Dennis Allen. So let's not talk about Ryan Nielsen. I hope he don't, have an interview anytime soon because that would definitely suck.
All right. But I will say, just say Dennis. Dennis might not even be the guy. So if he's not the guy, and really, even if Dennis is the guy, I want Mickey to really, think about it. Now, Mickey gonna come out and discuss, Deshaun Payton retirement. No, I'm hoping that he say this was something that was talked about. This is something that has been in the plan, for some time. If he come out and say that, then that means Mickey himself has already gotten some, possible candidates and you know, done start making chess moves ahead of time, on who to look at and stuff like that. Maybe some names on his sleeve. Hopefully that's the case. But if this was from left field, from it was left field news, from Mickey, then yeah, I mean, I really don't know a timeline to get a new head coach, but they definitely need to take time on that. At least right before OTA start. But I don't know, man.
It's a lot to take in. Let's
It's
keep it real.
it's still fresh.
Really, we can't just jump and say, "Oh man, who we gonna hire and all this?" Because it's a lot to take in. Like I said, it's still kind of hitting me that this man is really retired. The one only coach I really know of the Saints. I mean, like it's hitting me. So it's gonna take time, with the process.
And maybe they just want to start rebuilding.
You're breaking up, CB, and I think we lost CB. Um, Well, yeah, we're not going to be too much longer here, folks. We just had to come in and talk about Sean Payton, man. We had to hit on this. Really could have wanted to hit on it yesterday. It just was bad timing. Really, I think a great time it would have probably been this weekend as we would have had more time and stuff. But yeah. Okay, we back. CB's
Oh,
back.
my fault, man. I'm on this Wi-Fi, man.
It's
It's
all good, man. We ain't gonna be
tripping
on
right
here much longer.
now. but yeah, yeah. What was I saying? But yeah, hopefully, no, I was saying, it could just be that they want to rebuild. I mean, I don't know, and maybe Sean wasn't interested in going through a rebuild. That's understandable if that's the case.
But
You know,
that is like rebuild as far as what you like just the offense. I mean, because you
maybe
can't.
the cap, or do you think maybe Mickey Mickey wasn't going to be able to make the cap, shape like that? Maybe it was they's gonna have to get rid of some pieces, this go around to get under the cap. I mean, I don't know.
Here's another thing, Sean Payton. Why did you leave us with Taysom, man, like that, man? Like, as far I'm just saying, as far as like the contract and stuff, man, like nobody ain't gonna use Taysom like you do, man. I mean, Taysom, he's a real weapon, man. But like, damn, dog, like I feel like nobody ain't gonna use Taysom like he do. This is crazy, dog.
Right. And Pemmy Whammy said, I really feel like it was out of left field. I think Mickey has known. I hope so, Pemmy Whammy. Shout out to you. I hope that's the case. If that's the case, then Mickey already been working on, you know, chess moves. So I mean, I'm just hoping that's the case. Maybe that was something that he that Sean just only talked to, Gail and Mickey about, and Dennis. So I don't know, man. We'll be finding out things. I'm pretty sure by Friday, by the end of the week, more stuff will come out. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
And I think we lost CB again.
Oh, he definitely changed my life as a Saints fan. Um, like I said, I was a fan in '96, but at the same time, I was a kid, so my heart, far as in Saints football, yes, I
Did
watched it, but my emotions,
did you just say 96?
96.
You know what? Y'all do a good job not making me feel as old as I am. But okay.
Well, no, not 96. I was 6 years old.
In '96, I was just born. So it's
Oh,
like,
word.
yeah. So I seen Jerry through that year. I'm like, wow. Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
Y'all go
96. I
ahead.
was I was 6 years old, 96. But far as like, you being emotionally attached to football, to me being
Yeah, exactly,
emotionally
exactly.
attached to the Saints, that really didn't come until probably really after that the 2000 season, after we went to the playoffs and played the Rams. Once Aaron Brooks arrived, that after that playoff game against the Rams, that's really where my attachment started. I started getting older. But, so as far as my attachment to the Saints, I went through a little bit of not the paper bad seasons, but we I expected playoffs or nothing like
Playoffs?
that. But I did experience the John Carney, you know, I experienced that situation. I experienced when we played the Panthers, we supposed to win. Aaron Brooks, he shitted the bed. I think he threw a pick to end the season. We would have got into the playoffs that year. So, I experienced a little something, but I'm definitely not one of the OG Saints that's been. I'm talking about back in the '80s and stuff. I wasn't even born. But yeah, I just say all that to say, I was able to experience a little down years, and then when Sean got there, I was able to see the transition from not expecting to be, contenders to expectations being contenders. Basically, his whole time there, just barring about 2, 3 seasons, and I consider that the '07 and '08 season. But from '06 and then '09 all the way until now, I believe we was considered as contenders, even those 7 and 9 seasons. Um, when our defense was trash, we were still competing, and we still had shots at the playoffs, even with that. But like I said, we'll see what happens in the future. But I just hope everybody stays on board as Saints fans. This may I really don't see this as a rebuild, but who knows if Mickey, just wanna, be like, you know what, let's just start a rebuild. Maybe that's I don't know. We'll find out. And I just hope the next head coach, I hope he's not no old stuck up head. I hope he got some swag to him. Dennis, The players love him. He got some juice to him. Yeah, I just the next head coach, he gotta have some juice to him, man. Cause
I just can't see a rebuild. There's just too many pieces here, like too many pieces that we still have intact. I mean, there's some more guys that I want to continue to be intact, but I just feel like there's too many pieces. Now as far as a retooling on the offense, yeah, I would hope so, but I just can't see a rebuild, especially with the on the defensive side. I mean, I just don't see it going that far. But yeah.
and honestly, I kind of feel bad. I don't know if Jameis done responded or not. Um, I hadn't checked, but I kind of feel bad for Jameis, as well. Cause
Ooh.
I mean,
See.
I don't. Maybe the Steelers might give him a shot, but
Oh
I
my
think he,
goodness.
I think he wanted to get his shot with the Saints. He had all the pieces around him, had a good defense, and if they bring in another head coach, I don't think that head coach may not have the patience to deal with Jameis. And I'm not saying Jameis is still that quarterback that he was for the last season, but I don't know. So I think Sean, he does well. We know how well he done with QBs, as we could see last season. But I don't know. Maybe the next head coach want a QB that already got the juice, or try to go out the Russ or something. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is.
I wish.
Yeah. But any final thought? Wait, I see you coming. And oh well, yeah, we know we're
Oh
not
my God, here we
we're
go.
not
We're
getting
not
into
doing
that.
that, man. We ain't doing that tonight. All right. That I guess that's the cue right there. Man, again, farewell, Sean Payton. We gonna miss you. It's like, dog, look, it's I got mixed feelings. I know other people got mixed feelings. But at the end of the day, man, you are not coaching the Saints anymore. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it sucks. Like, damn, bro, we was contending with you, man. It was fun, man. All the fun moments, the locker room celebrations, the trash talk on the sidelines, the emotional moments, man. It was fun, man. It was fun having Sean Payton coach the Saints. It's just that the fact that it was a bomb dropped on us, it was like, God damn, like where this came from, bro. But hey man, we just gotta move on. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. We just gotta move on. You know, that don't mean forget the moments. You know, those moments will forever be in our heart. You just gotta move on, and hopefully things are good. But either way, I think it's gonna be a really interesting off season, and it could very well be a fun off season. I mean, I can't for sure say that the unknown will be fun because that shit can be scary at times. But hey, we'll just see. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the viewers, man. It was good to see y'all tonight. I know the next show we definitely gonna be talking about upcoming moves and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to say like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Shout out to the chat for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And like I said, this was we wasn't expecting to come back on here until after the Super Bowl. Just let the playoffs run its course. Yeah, we was gonna come on and start, really talking all season. Getting the
Bro,
schedule set. But this is
it's something new every. If it ain't every week, it's every other week with this team, man. It's
uh,
always something fresh and new, man.
that's true. I see Pammy Women. She said there's life after the Payton. That's true.
For
I
sure, for
mean,
sure, for
all
sure.
all good things come to an end. I mean,
Yep.
that's just part of life. eventually Bill Belichick, he's going to retire. You know, I mean that's part of life. You definitely gotta move on. But
Shit, it wouldn't shock me if his ass did retire after that playoff game. I'ma stop. I'ma stop. I'ma stop. That let me back up. Hey, that's just me poking fun. I'ma stop though.
but yeah, I mean all good things come to an end. But hopefully, I seen Zach Strief. He was talking about Mickey and saying that you're a lost cause if you don't have faith. So we definitely about to see about that. We definitely gonna see about that. Um, but once again, shout out to Sean Payton, man. He gave us 16 great years, and also to these fan bases. I forgot to mention this. I'm sorry. We can get off. All these fan bases. I don't understand why this is something to laugh about.
Oh, you know they're
Y'all's
gonna. Oh yeah,
y'all's ball club, yeah, like teams like the Titans and even the Cowboys,
the
y'all
Titans.
going through head coaching changes.
The
Well,
Titans.
Sean Garrett, I think he gave what he left for 10 seasons, but I think it was 10, but we know he shouldn't have been there except about 5 of those. So that was a attachment with Jerry that gave him, those 5, 6 extra seasons. But you guys, ball clubs are changing head coaches every, 2 to 3 years. We just had a head coach just ran a 16-year streak with us. I mean, like, damn, at some point it was going to end. The same with Drew Brees as our quarterback. Your team's just changing quarterbacks every 2 to 3 seasons because they ass out there. But we had a QB that was able to maintain with us for 16 seasons. So, before the jokes and all this come in, even, what Tampa fans, Atlanta fan, whoever want to chime in on that, just think about your situation. Bruce Arians, he would have been ass if Tom Brady wouldn't have came down there. That wasn't gonna
Oh
change.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's and
Tom
that's
Brady.
and really, I don't want to be too much longer with this, but let's keep it real. As far as the Bucks go, I mean, it's easy. First of all, I didn't know too many Bucks fans before. See, I knew a couple on the internet, but that was about it. No more than that. But let's keep it real, dog. Um, the fact that they won 2 Super Bowls, that's why that's their only reason why they feel they can feel a freaking way. But the thing with them is it's like, dog, they've been ass so long, man. They've been ass so long. It's like when they weren't hits, man, they were ass. And all this talk about, hey man, their defense, it wasn't Tom Brady, it was their defense and all this other stuff. I feel like the playoffs this year showed everything. You can talk about defense and stuff. There's one reason why y'all even made the playoffs. There's one reason why you even made the Super Bowl. You can talk about what you had on defense, but at the end of the day, you wouldn't have got there if it wasn't for that man. You know. So now as far as the other teams, I mean, with the Titans,
Oh,
that was
tight, yeah.
Titans.
Even the
You talking
Cowboys.
about the Great Value Allers? That what you talking
Yeah,
about?
just heard a little. I mean, my comments and stuff was just blowing up. I was kind of like, well,
What?
man, damn, we just watched.
Yeah,
We just
like Joe
watched
Burrow,
the
man,
corner.
Louisiana man. I
We
mean,
just
what?
watched the quarterback with
Yeah,
Derrick Henry, Julio J.
yeah.
Level, but it is what it is. I'm just just wanted to just put that out there before any kind of jokes and stuff like that.
The ringless
You know,
teams. Damn.
16 seasons and these other clubs, 2 3 years, y'all talking about head coach search, quarterback searches and stuff like that. But our
Mm-hmm.
head
Ryan
coach,
Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill. You thought Ryan Tannehill or something. I'm just saying, see, you said the Titans? The Titans. Lord have mercy. Let's
yeah.
get up out here, though, man.
But yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Shine and appreciate y'all for tuning in. For us, you know, any content and stuff. Maybe we'll get a head coach pretty soon. If so, we will be right here to give our thoughts and and opinions on that. If any news come out with Sean that's kind of shisty on why he left, we will definitely get on and discuss that. But hopefully it's just him wanting to take a break. But shout out to y'all, who that nation. Let's stay strong. Um, and just know we got another day, to be Saints fans. All good things come to an end. We just need to remember that at some point it was going to end. So let's just hope that Mickey made the right choice in getting this new head coach, and we can continue to be contenders down in New Orleans. This is the WDN Chatline podcast, and we're out. Who that?
For life.